Dr. D, 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 Dr. D. Explain stuff.
Hey everyone, welcome to Biology 2420 with me, Dr. D. Let's go ahead and get started. This is your eCampus shell. You're going to be logging into this eCampus shell for all your course needs. Other than this, you have the Connect system, which accompanies your McGraw-Hill book. This is your book, Microbiology, A Systems Approach, 6th edition. This is the Cowan book. So this will be your book for the semester. And with this, you've got the McGraw-Hill Connect system as well for homework. So besides eCampus, you're going to be coming to this site here, McGraw-Hill Connect, and you're going to be registering and then logging in. And when you log in, you're going to find my course. Let's go to the course syllabus real quick. So you're going to be registering for McGraw-Hill Connect. You're going to get in there and you're going to put in section number 81301, right? That's our section number. And the course is Biology 2420, which is microbiology for non-science majors. All right. So again, that's all you'll need this semester. We're not going to meet on campus. We're going to be on eCampus or on the Connect system. So again, I am Dr. D. My full name is Dr. Shahab Sean Danish. This is my email address, shahab.danish@tccd.edu. Try emailing me at that email address directly and not through Blackboard, simply because it's harder for me to respond to your emails through Blackboard. Instead, if you email me directly at this email address, it helps with me being able to respond to your emails. So a little bit about me real quick. I'm going to put a card above, and is it on this side? Yes, it'll be on this side. I'm going to put a card, or is it on this side? It's going to be on this side. I'm going to put a card above to a video where I introduce myself in case you're curious as to who I am. But I want to tell you that I am a full-time biology instructor at Richland College, and that's in the Dallas Community College District. And this is my first semester teaching here at Tarrant County. So it's very nice to be here. It's very nice to have you guys. So I just want to say hello to you, and not only am I welcoming you, I'm welcoming myself to the campus virtually this semester as well. So again, I just go by Dr. D. You can reach me at shahab.danish@tccd.edu. Welcome to the course. What are we doing this semester? We're learning about microbiology. And let me show you what we're doing this semester. It looks like we have a breakdown of lecture and lab. You are going to have about 40% of your grade is going to consist of exams. 40% of your grade will correspond with labs, and 20% will be on that Connect system I told you about, that online homework system. These are where you'll find your Learn Smart and Lab Smart assignments. These assignments, again, you'll reach them through this Connect system. These assignments are pretty straightforward and easy. They're there for practice reasons. You can't really mess them up. Just getting questions wrong will not affect you as long as you continue and do them over and over again until you get them right. They're meant as practice, right? They're meant for you to learn. They're meant for you to practice your skills. So don't be afraid of the Learn Smart or Lab Smart assignments. They will be there for you to practice your skills and get hopefully a free 20% of the points this semester. The exams, how do the exams work? Well, on eCampus, the exams can be found under lecture material here. You see, let me zoom in a little bit. You got your lecture material. You've got lecture unit 1, lecture unit 2, and lecture unit 3. So let's click on lecture unit 1. All right, here we go. Go ahead and read Unit 1's outline. This is what you need to accomplish for Unit 1. You're going to introduce yourself. Hopefully most of you have already done this. You're going to click here getting to know you. You're going to introduce yourself by participating in a discussion board. And then we're going to learn about chapter 1, right? So you would click on chapter 1 lecture. And here's the chapter 1 lecture, which again accompanies
an introduction chapter that's going to give you background information and
accompanies your book, right?
What it is we will be.
All right. So we've got the lecture material this way. Let me go back. And here's a very cool feature. Once you've finished chapter 1 lecture, listening to it, you can come down here to chapter discussion board assignments. Click on that. And look, we have a chapter 1 discussion board assignment where you can click and discuss what you've learned. Okay, here are the parameters here. Look what it says. After listening to the chapter lectures, so let's say you just finished chapter 1 lecture. After listening to the chapter lectures, complete the following for each chapter. You need to create a thread for each of the chapters and discuss the following. What was one thing from the chapter that you found interesting? Name one memory trick or story discussed by the instructor for this chapter and/or create your own. Name one thing that you found confusing, right? And then respond to a fellow student as well. So this will help you a lot because you will be discussing what you learned, what you found confusing. You will then respond to a fellow student's post as well. So for example, if you see that a fellow student found a concept of ribosomes confusing, then you could chime in and say, well, this is my understanding of that. And you can help each other. So it's really neat. You'll have a chance to discuss what you've learned, what you found confusing, give you an opportunity to help each other and kind of serve as a sounding board as you kind of can study together. You can study together for the exams. Okay, so really neat stuff. Again, what would I do for the exams? I would go to the lecture units, and make sure I do everything. Introduce yourself, listen to the chapter. Once I've listened to the chapter, participate in the discussion about the chapter. Then there's review materials for the exam. And then eventually, once we've finished enough chapters for each exam, you will have a proctored exam. And all the information for that is here. All right, so we'll learn more about that as we get further in the semester, but that's what we're doing for lecture. Let's hop over to lab, which remember, labs are about 40% of this semester's grade. 40% of the grade is lab, and the lab grades will consist of 2 lab practical exams and 1 unknown report. Okay, so what are lab practical exams? These are lab exams, and they will be administered on eCampus. And you will also be responsible for turning in an unknown report. Later in the semester, I'll give you more guidelines about this as it gets closer, but the project here is I will assign you a virtual unknown bacteria. So the bacteria could be E. coli, it could be Staph aureus, it could be any bacteria. And then you will use what you've learned with this virtual assignment in order to identify that unknown bacterium. It's a really fun experiment, really fun process to do. What else? So let's look at this. Let's look at the lab materials. So lab materials, practical 1. This is to prepare you for the first practical exam out of 2. So click on experiment 1, lab safety, and just read through lab 1. That's what we're going to do this week. We're going to read through lab 1. Okay, and by the way, in case you're wondering, what do I do each week? How do I know what we're doing each week? Let's click here on course calendar. Look at the course calendar. So Monday, what are we doing today? Monday, August 24th. We're going to watch this video I'm putting together now, and you're going to start lecture 1, right? The lecture chapter 1 video. And you can read anything you don't understand. You could look up in your book. Okay, and then on Tuesday, so tomorrow, you can read here. You should read about safety, and you should access your McGraw-Hill Connect so you can do Lab 1 safety. And I know it says here due by 11 p.m., but I'll probably extend that due date till Friday for you. So do the assignment, Lab Smart safety assignment by Friday. And again, you can't mess up these lab smarts just by getting something wrong. You're not going to get a poor grade. Just keep trying till you get it right. The point is to understand the material and practice. Then Wednesday, what are we doing? Remember when you introduce yourself on the discussion board, introduction? Make sure you finish that introduction assignment. Make sure you finish listening to chapter 1. On Thursday, I'll have another lab posted for you. This lab is covering microscopy. And then I'll have another Learn Smart posted on Connect as well, so you can do the assignment for Learn Smart for microscopy. So anyway, I hope this makes sense. Oh, and look, on Friday, you should do your Smart Book assignment on Chapter 1 on Connect. And remember Chapter 1 discussion board where you help each other with Chapter 1? You should also get that done. So each week you should get on here on your little calendar, course calendar tab. And each week you should figure out, what do I need to be doing today? Am I up to speed with everything I'm doing today? Does that make sense? And then constantly log on to your Connect as well. Make sure you're doing your Smart Book assignments and your Lab Smart assignments as you go. Simple as that. Very straightforward. Hopefully it's not too confusing. And at the end of this first half of labs, you have a first lab practical review, and then you have the practical itself, which will appear here on eCampus. You'll have the practical at that time, right? So we will have the practical later on. All right, so that about summarizes it. By the way, we have a YouTube channel here with Dr. D Explains Stuff, my own YouTube channel. There's some stuff here that you might find interesting. I have, some BIOLOgy2420 lecture material, but this stuff is for my Richland class. So I have full-length lectures here, but it's more geared towards the exams at Richland College at Dallas County. Okay, but it could help. I also have an introduction video where I introduce myself, like I linked earlier at the card above. I have some concepts that I've explained, exam reviews. Again, these exam reviews are more geared towards the exams at Dallas College. I have this nifty video you might want to watch in case you find science classes in college difficult. I have a video on how to study in college, and I have other important videos as well, like lab technique videos and hobby videos. So anyway, you might want to check it out. Again, the best videos to watch are the videos that Professor Christie has put together here. The ones that are more relevant to your textbook, to TCC. All right, these are the videos to watch for you. All right, there's one more important detail I need to let you know before I let you go, and that is that under this announcements tab, each week I will be posting announcements, specifically a weekly update. Each Monday I will post for you a weekly update with what you need to do each week. So this week will be weekly update number 1, and I'll have you listed what you need to accomplish. Remember, watch chapter 1 video, do the first lab, go to Connect, register for Connect, do the Learn Smart and the Lab Smart on Connect, get on the discussion board, etc., etc. So I will have weekly updates for you under the announcements tab on eCampus. Again, welcome to the course. I'm Dr. D. I'm here for you. Email me if you have any questions. I hope you have a productive semester where you're feeling comfortable with the course. I know we're all stuck at home, but that doesn't mean that you need to feel confused or feel like you're missing out. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will catch you guys next time.
Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. A Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. A Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. A Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D. Dr. D, Dr. D, Dr. D.